Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, hey, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. You see the link there in the description? Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna, if you want to come on, and links in the description. Maybe I'll put it somewhere else. Yeah, links on my timeline too. So the links on a timeline if you want to come on, everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Oh, Krishna. Links on the type. Oh, let's try some videos.
You able to make this
Hare
one.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh well, Hare Krishna. So let's just chant that together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Is the video and the sound okay? Yes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. If it doesn't come easy, let's just chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
He told me this
Krishna
was
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right, maybe we'll read now. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakti. All right, let's see what.
professional mode.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Okay. This Rasakanandana, Sri Shamananda Satak. Let's read. This is Shamananda. He's glorifying his guru. So, glory to Shamananda, who is an ocean of transcendence. Glory to Shamananda, who is an ocean of transcendence, an ocean of mercy, and an ocean of glory that fills the three worlds. Glory to Shamananda, who is an ocean of transcendental bliss. Oh, glories to Shamananda, who is an ocean an ocean of mercy, an ocean of mercy, an ocean of glory that fills the three worlds, an ocean of glory that fills the three worlds, an eternal nectar ocean of spiritual, an eternal nectar ocean of spiritual, an ocean of glorious good fortune, an ocean of good fortune. Oh, an ocean of glorious good fortune. May those who come to take shelter of this process, groups, this lines, this ocean, a great ocean of splendor. The Lord wants us here. Uh, an ocean of gracefulness, and an ocean of pastimes of compassion, and an ocean of pastimes of compassion, or an ocean of artistic skill, and an ocean of science. May Shamananda, whom the people of this world praise as the dear disciple of Sri Dayananda, the dearest grand disciple of Bhagavan Sri Subha, and who is the crest jewel in the crowns of the kings, and who is the crest jewel in the crowns of the kings, and who pleases Sri Radha's playful praise, and who pleases Sri Radha's playful praise, who pleases Sri Radha's day and night be gloriously, day and night be gloriously. I offer my respectful obeisances. I offer my respectful obeisances to that great devotee. I offer my respectful obeisances to that great devotee who, because he delights the three worlds, because he delights the three worlds with an, and because he delights the worlds, the three worlds with an, with the dark nectar of Lord Krishna Sham. The poets call Sri Shamananda. He is the king of the devotees of Krishna. He is the king of the devotees of Krishna. He reveals the secret truths of the beautiful gopis. He reveals the secret truths of the gopis. Dear to Vraja's sons. He received oh my. uh, he reveals he reveals the secret truths of the beautiful gopis dear to the Rajas. Uh, 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 oh, ooh. He is the son of Sri Daruka Devi, and the merciful spiritual master of all the worlds. He is the son of Sri Darukadev and the merciful spiritual master. Auspicious introduction form lesson. O people, if your hearts yearn to taste the sweet rare of love for Krishna, if you wish, without the trouble of great searching, to find Chintanami jewel, ecstatic love for Krishna, and if you are attracted to the great treasure of spontaneous love for Krishna, then with all your heart, please always worship the Kalpavriksha tree that bears. O people, if your hearts yearn to taste this, the rare, sweet nectar of love, if you wish, without trouble of great searching, to find Chintanami jewel of ecstatic love for Lord Krishna, and if you are attracted to the great treasure of spontaneous love, then with all your heart, please always worship the Kalpavriksha tree that bears the name of Krishna. See, it was a devotee there, alive, alive, his body, Shamananda disciples, preaching about his guru. That's why I said, you find the real guru, you can easily attain Krishna without troubles, without hard searching. These Vaidhi Bhaktas, in mass movements following Gaudiya Vaishnavas, searching very hard, a lot of disciplines, a lot of rules, regulations. But if they go to the empowered devotee, very easily they attain this love, spontaneous love, when it's being distributed. It's a secret. So see what was going on then, it's going on again. That's how we can partake of that same kind of mercy. You got to see, where are the symptoms of that mercy? Where are people getting love of Krishna very easily? So then if that's going on, that means that the mercy is being distributed. An ocean of transcendental bliss. I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Krishnananda's son, Sri Shamananda. He is a great devotee of Krishna. To this world he gives the nectar of Krishna. His form is filled with spiritual bliss. He is delighted by hearing Lord Krishna's glorious pastimes. He is delighted by hearing Lord Krishna's glorious pastimes. He is worshipped by the kings of demigods. See, everybody, you associate with devotees, you become. When you become really delighted by the Krishna's with Krishna's mercy. Hey, Amy, welcome. Thank you for coming. Yeah. I offer my respectful obeisances to Krishnanandana's son, Sri Shaman. This is for you, Amy. Coming. This is glorification 500 years ago by a devotee who's glorifying his guru that has these qualities. He's basically saying, if you want Lord Krishna without trouble of hard searching and everything, just come to my guru. Come get it there. He distributed this love for Krishna. So his guru was alive. He was alive preaching on behalf. These are all the qualities of where the spiritual potency is active and activating others. He is delighted by hearing. So this is what you should be looking for: association with devotees. He is delighted by hearing Lord Krishna's glorious pastimes. He is worshipped by the kings of demigods. The touch of his glorious feet bring a great festival of bliss to the affectionate goddess of. By preaching the Lord's glories, he has created devotees of Lord Krishna in every direction. Okay, so by preaching these glories, the book Bhagavad, people become attracted to Krishna. I mean, really attracted, not just, rule followers. They want to taste this nectar of Krishna, because they see somebody tasting this nectar. That's the way it works. You can't teach this path, this level of path, without tasting it yourself, practicing. I offer my respectful obeisances to Krishnanandana's son, Sri Shamananda, who, although he is unborn, he pretends to be a human being, born from Sri Daruka. The pure-hearted devotees in Shantaras think he is plunged in an ocean of nectar of happiness. The expert devotees glistening with devotional love know he is the great abode of devotional. The fools, their hearts bewildered by Maya, think him an ordinary. See, even such great souls like that back then, if they were still under the influence of Maya, they could realize glories. They thought he was an ordinary person. It's always like, I offer my respectful obeisances to Krishnanandana's son, Sri Shamananda, the auspiciousness of the words. Seeing the frightened earth overrun by millions of powerful armies of atheists, sinners, and Shaivas and Shaktas, the great demon kings, Shamananda came before our eyes, surrounded by armies of Krishna's devotees, and bearing the weapons of devotional scriptures. See, bearing the weapons. I love that. This is what we do even now. See, bearing the weapons of the devotional scriptures. He mercifully slashed to pieces the flood of sins that had covered the people in Kali Yuga. It's like Jesus came to free the captives. He said there's no cloak for their sins. Yeah, and those who hear, see, you hear the pastimes of Krishna from devotees who have this bhakti, this pure, and it destroys your sins. It destroys sins being things, ignorance, things that are blocking, feelings, being obstacles, the bad association, all sin. This is sin. Bad association, modes of nature. I offer my respectful obeisances, Krishnananda's son, Sri Shamananda. He is great power personified. He frightened fearful Yamaraj himself. His name alone stuns Maya's Kali Yuga. A forest where wild passions roam. A forest that is the playground of fearsome tigers. Repeated birth. See, fearsome tigers. That's all these philosophies. It's all these words, all these misconceptions. See, these are fearsome tigers. Take shelter. People think, oh yeah, this is going to give me happiness. Oh, this teaching, that teaching. But often they're just tigers, they're crocodiles of various philosophies, bite you, and you can't get out of the cycle of birth and death. You give all your energy to many things you has, you still can't get out. See, so this path is a quick release. You see that on bike, they have quick release wheels. Just touch the thing and the wheel comes off really fast. See, this is quick release. You're quickly released from Maya coming here. Beautiful. Quick releases. Quickly released. You don't believe it. People should stay around for a while. Observe, hear, listen carefully, and observe. Rise. What's going on? Check it out. See for yourself if the power of the transcendental Lord is not working. Then you'll see where he's most places it's not working. Transcendentally, see, it's working everywhere, but transcendentally is another story. That's the concern. Where's his transcendental potency manifest? Because that's what delivers us. Through whom is that transcendental potency working? Because that's what delivers us. It comes in the form of the ecstasy, and it comes in the form of knowledge, transcendental chit knowledge, through spiritual body, the sat, the devotee, power devotee, sat chit ananda. That's where you're going to experience that presence, that manifestation. And that's the only thing that destroys sin. Sat chit ananda, potency. I serve Krishnanandana's son, Sri Shamananda. He is my master. He relieved the sufferings of the three worlds. See, sufferings of the three worlds, what are those? Yeah, miseries of the body, miseries of the mind, body and mind, emotions. So the devotees are relieved from those miseries because of their transcendental engagement. It relieves that. And so coming under the shade, coming under the shelter, coming under the umbrella of those devotees, they're free from these miseries, threefold miseries. They don't have mental problems because they take shelter. They have emotional problems because they're taking shelter. The Lord clears that. The miseries of other living entities. You know, the world doesn't usually treat them badly unless they're preaching some kind of trigger. That's another thing. But if they're peacefully going around the world, then there's no reaction for such devotees. But then there's also no preaching. You know, that's why, you know, when Lord Chaitanya was here, even though he's such an Ananda and there's no threefold miseries for him, his actions did cause a disturbance sometimes because he was manifesting that potency, very powerful, and it triggers their purification. Yeah, so that's expected. But basically, you know, it's the best path to be in association with devotees and having sadhu sangha and just hear the glories of the absolute truth. You know, discuss these pastimes, make friends with the real devotees who have real bhakti. It's such a glorious path. I mean, it makes everything so easy. You're you go through purification really quickly. The hardest part is just as you're going through it, it's a little painful. It's because things are just literally burning up. You feel often a fire in your heart. And that's good. That's, you know, to get that fire stoked in your heart would be very hard in some other way. Yeah. Yeah, three and miseries of other living entities. You ever see that reaction? You know, people don't treat, you know, they just don't, you know, they react. You know, you speak, you say things, and they react to you usually because of your energy. See, energy needs to be purified by bhakti. And then it doesn't cause reactions in people so much. Again, unless you're preaching. Then, you know, because when you're putting the words out that are transcendental, misunderstand. It puts them through stuff. Like Jesus, he could have walked around the earth peacefully and nobody would have said anything, but he preached. He said, I didn't come here to promote, to bring peace. I came with a sword to cause division. So you got to separate. You wanted to take people back to the spiritual world. So those who would come to the side of Shuddha Bhakti, to the shelter of the devotee and God, like that. Not see, a lot of people try to get the shelter of God directly. That's the beginning. And then as you get really sincere, the Lord will show you the formula. The formula is serve the Lord under the guidance and shelter of his empowered Satchidananda, empowered representative. That's the secret. Okay? And so if you're guru in this world, there's a lot of unqualified gurus like that who don't have this potency. That's just more or less practice. Just practicing, you know, even though inside it's full of garbage. Can't get rid of this guru can purify. They got to be emanating Ananda, Satchidananda. They have to emanate, they have to speak empowered words that destroy ignorance and illusions. Okay? It takes empowerment. The Lord literally has to be using truly, genuine. Otherwise, you can't fake it. So basically, these are the glories of a living guru. So Rasakanandana was a disciple of Shamananda, and he realized these things. He realized, wow, my guru's here to deliver people. So he would. That was his preaching. He would go and say, hey, come into sadhu sangha, come associate with the devotees. My guru is very empowered. Okay? You can very easily attain Krishna. Look, so many people are doing that. They're becoming ecstatic devotees. See, so you need a guru like Shamananda. He was empowered by Radha and Krishna. And any genuine guru, ideally, should be, but they're not. They're empowered maybe by both goodness or maybe the liberation type energy. This confidential potency, Radha Krishna, on that level. Any comments or questions? We know. Yeah, comments. So I offer my respectful obeisances to Krishnanandana's son, Sri Shamananda. Because of his preaching, he burned the burned the burned pretended renunciates. Because of his preaching, the burned pretended renunciates who have no nectar in their hearts, the renounced philosophers filled with impersonal ideas, the speculative thinkers who follow the Vaisheshika and Naya theories, and the followers of karma mimamsa, the ascetics, and all other followers of hard-hearted philosophies have now become devotees, melting with pure love for Lord Krishna. So that's preaching. He destroyed these philosophers' ideas because their bhakti, the bhakti cultivation, is more powerful than it. These truths that come from devotion and bhakti are the deepest revelations, like Bhagavad Gita 10:10 concludes, to those who worship me, Krishna, those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy. See, this is real bhakti. I give them the understanding how to come back to me, get out of the maze. So those devotees empowered, they preach to liberate. They show, demonstrate that what they understand is better than all these other things because they're less power, less potency, less happiness. There's nothing like transcendental happiness. You notice they use Rasikanandana uses the word hard-hearted philosophies. Hard-hearted philosophers. So if you're following a philosophy, heart is hard. It's hard. You don't chant the holy names in ecstasy. Even if you're a Vaishnava, whatever you're following is causing your heart to be hard. It's not softening. So devotees have to see that. And softening doesn't mean some goodness, goody two-shoes. I see a lot of that advice. No, it's got to melt with ocean love for Krishna. Hey, Johnny. Yeah. I offer my respectful obeisances to Krishna Nandana's exalted son, Sri Shamananda. He is a great mercy personified. He is the captain of the boat. Yeah. Yeah, I offer my respectful obeisances to Krishna Nandana's exalted son, Sri Shamananda. He is a great mercy personified. So you see mercy in a person, personified. So what is that mercy? Bhakti is given very easily. People going through purification. That's mercy, isn't it? If you can't put people through that purification because the empowerment is not there from transcendental potency, well, it's not so much mercy. See, mercy personified is to have the empowerment to liberate people from illusion. Don't you think? I would think so. He is great mercy personified, embodied. He is the captain of the boat. See, so that's it. And the Lord empowers a person with the spiritual potency to act as guru, as his representative. And he actually empowers people to become disciples. And so they can show the path. Otherwise, if you don't become a real disciple to the point and get enough shiksha from a guru where ecstatic devotion awakens, you haven't finished the process. Okay? That's why these many Prabhupada disciples, they haven't, I don't care if they're gurus or sannyasis, it doesn't matter. If they have not developed this love of Krishna yet in following Prabhupada, or their studies or their practice of Krishna consciousness, they need shiksha association. They need to meet and to respect and hear from an ecstatic devotee. Then they can move to the next platform. Otherwise, they will stay where they are more or less and make just a little. It's very slow, like a snake. This is like jackrabbit. Oops. He's the captain of the boat. And so some people, even they come here also, they start to they want to be captain too. They also want to, I can also do. See, that's false ego. And they end up leaving because they don't understand how this is working. They think, oh yeah, let me come here. Oh wow, that looks pretty good to be captain. Let me also be captain. Isn't that kind of the way the world is? Yeah. No, just let the captain be captain, and everybody take a position in the game. We're playing ball here. This is a transcendental game to liberate souls. The Lord appointed, and the devotees confirm. Oh yeah, this is Guru. This is spiritual master. Okay? He'll protect your bhakti. He'll awaken your bhakti. He'll protect your bhakti. Like this. Let the captain be captain. I see so many of us. well, I'm a Prabhupada disciple. And they come for a while, they're kind of respectful. But after a while, they think, hey, man, I'm a Prabhupada disciple. I should be also captain. And maybe I am the captain. This is illusion, wanting to be uh, equal to Guru, Shiksha Guru. So, anyway, these things happen. Very practical. I see this in my own experience, teaching experience. Desiring to rescue the people drowning in the horrible, impassive ocean of repeated birth and death, he came to this world. That's why I say the devotees, this bhakti, this pure bhakti, is so deep and so high that you can't just get it by without having proper association, going through purification. Like to try to get it through asceticism, like we read all these things, renunciation. And the Lord even says, don't try, if you don't have it now, like you're not sent from previous life, you've got it. Like now, many people are getting it. If you come back again, this is yours. This is your gold, man. This stays with you forever. This gold in the world stays here, but this gold stays with you. Okay? So it's yours, your possession. The only thing to really possess eternally is bhakti. Okay, so you come back, say you come back, and so then it very easily awakens. But for most, it doesn't. Most people, they have to get association with bona fide spiritual master. And most of Prabhupada's disciples did not complete the process, and they jumped the gun to become gurus where people are worshiping them and all that. That's idolatry. I'm sorry, man. That ain't real. It's not real. That's not the way the process is. You're meant to have a bona fide guru. You see, this was guru. Rasakananda didn't come and say, "Oh, I want to be Guru Dev." He came and was a real disciple. He played ball. He played on the game of liberating souls, winning souls back into the kingdom. And so most of the Prabhupada disciples and the even grand disciples and all that, because the line is basically false. It's, it should be continued. Like, I mean, ideally, if Prabhupada, see, this stuff is so deep that it's a process. And so that we try to make this really clear for the candidates, like where you're really at, where on this level of, or this plane going to the highest rung. The highest rung is this awakening of pure love of God. See, Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Okay? So then, see, like this. Desiring to rescue the people drowning in the impassable ocean of repeated birth and death. So Bhagavad Gita 10:10 says, to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding of how to come back to me. I give them real knowledge. See, the essence of real knowledge. No loving ecstasy, you're still blind, more or less blind. I don't care, big guru and everything. You don't have loving ecstasy, the pure love of God awakened, you're still more or less blind. Maybe less blind than a materialist, but still you're blind. So people, devotees, Vaishnavas, they needed to finish the process. They started with Prabhupada or with the grand disciples. So to come from the false follower pile or platform into becoming real followers. We're here to make real followers. The prema bhaktas, they follow the path of prema. People already are in this path, in this sangha. They're following the path of prema. So Prabhupada came to me in 1996 in a lucid dream and ordered me to help his disciples. He came to me and said, do more of this, preach this ecstatic platform. And those gifts and those I mean, this is real. This is the real path. Is this? Otherwise, you're just practicing. Yeah, you're practicing being a guru, which you're not qualified for unless you have ecstatic, loving devotion matured. Like you worship in ecstasy. you know, how most I've seen don't even know what is ecstasy. It's very rarely awake. Yeah, yeah. He came to this world bringing with him the wonderful, powerful boat of pure love for Krishna. You see, that's it. This is that simple. The devotees, they come into this world with this love of Krishna. It very easily awakens just with the contact in with devotional service. Even the book Bhagavad just easily awakens. Did with me, did with Bhakti Vinod, did with all that are sent. It just very easily. Otherwise, it doesn't easily awaken. It's a very high thing. It's deep. So the guru helps by removing the obstructions by his association, by words, by his ecstasy. See, by you could see by the emanation. Pick it up. See, bringing with him the wonderful, powerful boat of pure love for Krishna. So if that's not here, if that's not in a guru, this boat of pure love for Krishna, then you haven't found this path, this level of the path, this quality. This is the real path. Is the devotee who brings the boat, see, boat of love of Krishna. And you see, people are getting on that boat here. See, they get on that boat, and now they're floating on that boat of love of Krishna very quickly back to the kingdom of God. Okay? Otherwise, if you're floating on a boat of say rules and regulations in the varnashram system or religion, and love of God has not awakened in your heart yet, it's not a worthy boat. In this life, next year, next month, next year, 10 years from now, or next lifetime, doesn't matter. You have to get on the boat of love of God, love of Krishna, love of Christ. You have to be on that boat. That means a person has to come to you that has this, that's on this boat. They bring this boat. They are personified like this. See? And then you get on that boat very easily. The love of Krishna begins to manifest in your heart. Now you're on the real boat. The speedboat takes you to the kingdom. And you feel it, experience it. You guys got any comments here? Why don't you? When you're listening, try to listen, and when things come up, write them down. Okay? Write them down. So that's God, that's Krishna. Now that's participating. Things are coming up and maybe doubtful about something, questioning, whatever it is, put it down. Then we'll have a nice discussion. So, bringing with him the wonderful, powerful boat of pure love for Krishna, a boat that at once takes one to the farther shore. See, at once, very quickly. See, so the Lord Chaitanya came to give the gift of ecstatic love. They very quickly get you to the shore of Vrindavan. That's the target. Mayapur, Vrindavan, spiritual Vrindavan. Oh, just enjoying this. Okay, that's good. An ocean of mercy. I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Daruka's son, Sri Shamananda. He is the abode where true meanings of all the Vedas rest. See, this is another quality of the real guru, isn't it? You can, if you're here, you should be. You should. automatically you'll be seeing the relationships. If these qualities are here or they're not. People, this is a test for guru. If these qualities are not being manifest in a guru, at least some of them, if not all of them, then you don't have the bona fide Shuddha representative that can initiate this love awakening in your heart, so that you can cross to the farther shore quickly. Yeah, exactly. See, he is the abode where true meanings of the Vedas rest. Remember, the true meanings of the Vedas rest in those devotees because they have ecstatic devotion. Bhagavad Gita 10:10, to those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding, the, the real knowledge. See, that's the true meanings, the essential meanings of the Vedas. See, if you listen to those devotees, you get the essence of all truth. And if you listen to those who are not like that, don't worship with the pure love of God, you get all kinds of static. You get all kinds of beating around the bush and not clear, unclear ideas, things that are short, always two fingers too short. Okay? So that's again why you need the real empowered guru. That's where the true meanings rest. Okay? And you'll know, because when you start, see, especially a lot of times the Lord sends here people like Janaki and Johan, who read Prabhupada's books 4 or 5 times, all of them, the main ones, Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam. But see, they didn't quite get it. They got something, but they didn't go deep. They didn't get the depth, the essence yet. So now they're hearing it from a person where this essence is resting because of ecstatic worship. They're getting it. Okay? So, and people might think, oh, that's really false ego. Oh, well, that applies to anybody. If the shoe fits here, it fits here. If it fits somewhere else, it fits somewhere else, because it fits there in the book. See, the true meanings rested in this living devotee who was here 500 years ago. He had a living disciple who was intelligent and could understand the glories of his guru and preach them, so that other people would also take advantage like he did. See, so you see how you see in the book, and you got to see it in light. I'm saying this so the Vaishnavas, gurus themselves also. I'm saying this for these gurus, so they can find the real path. I mean, why not, man? Wouldn't you like to make your Krishna consciousness successful? Well, it's successful when love of God awakens. Well, that is here now. That is very easily attained. So anybody that has sufficient understanding and sufficient intelligence given by the Lord, saying, yeah, this is it. You got to see what we're reading in the book in living life. That's why the real empowered devotee and guru, spiritual master, they make this clear. They make what happened before clear. Love of God was being given very easily back then. And so they make it clear. See, love of God is also very easily back then. Look at Yohan. Look at the other devotees. Look at Lalita Ganga. Look at River. Look at a lot of devotees. Govinda. The love of God is given very easily. See, back then and now. So what's that saying? See? And if love of God is not very easily given by these gurus in ISKCON or Gaudiya Samiti or Gaudiya Math, if the people following these gurus, are you getting love of God easy? Or are you saying, like, I met gurus and Gaudiya Samiti told me, a guru, God, he's a guru. Oh, worshiping Krishna is so hard. So hard? What are you talking? You think Shamananda was thinking he was a guru, spiritual master, Shamananda? You think he was thinking, oh, it's so hard to worship Krishna? No, this is the standard guru. If you're a real guru empowered by Shuddha Bhakti, man, you're gonna be blissed out. You're gonna when you chant, man, the Lord's gonna take over. He's gonna overwhelm you with this bhakti. And take all your burdens, any burdens gone, sins gone into the fire. The Lord is a fire, and the devotees have a transcendental relationship. Yeah, when I get a guru is telling me, in the is it Body Smiti? Oh, it's so hard to worship Krishna. And I wasn't doing this yet. I wasn't, but I was wondering because I've had this shelter for a long time. It's made everything a breeze in life, and it's meant to be. That's why you come here. You'll have a breeze. You get the breeze more and more. You become like such a guru. Isn't that the whole point? It's win-win, man. I'm here so that I win and you win. You win the prize. I'm uplifted. The people hearing are uplifted. If you're coming and like this, I do. I love truth, man. I love the essence of the Vedas. I'm so happy, and it rests when I preach. I feel like it rests here. I love glorifying the essence of truth. See, this is what liberates me. This is what awakens bhakti very quickly. And I want to see so many like this. So many of you are becoming like this. It's great. Fantastic. You shall do greater things than I. I love that. See, that's where the empowerment is. So, this person also feeling this strange surrealness still being this world, but feeling like I am not in it anymore as well. Yeah, very more, it's just by regular immersion in this becomes natural as breathing. After a while, it's because we've been in the material world for so long and dealing with mundane things, energies. So here, this is by regular immersion in this, you start to feel this eternal reality in your life. And the other thing becomes not surreal, unreal. You realize, oh, it's real, but it's an illusion. It's coming and going. People are not these bodies. People are not these bodies. They're spirits. They're spiritual beings. They've lost their way because of not having this kind of knowledge. And they're identifying solely with the body, most people, with the body or the mind or their material emotions. They need a transformation. See, this is the cause of a transformation of their consciousness as spiritually start to feel their spiritual body awakening. Just keep watering it. It grows in there. After a while, you realize, oh, that's what's real. Oh, this physical body, okay, just keep it healthy. Do the best you can while it's in this world. But it's just a vehicle for the soul. The soul is eternal. It has an eternal relationship. All these things you start to realize, and it becomes more real because it is than the surreal out there. Oh, thank you. I just love this stuff. This is so true. This is, if you hear here, if you hear here, you'll understand where the real light is in this world. The real light, when like Jesus said, while I'm in this world, I'm the light of the world. That's the real guru. It's not, they are reflecting the real light. They're the real light is not this dazzling light thing. The real light that's brighter than the sun is conclusive truth. See, this destroys the darkness in the heart. That sun can't do it. But the true conclusive understanding, real knowledge does. The essence of truth does. That rests in the devotee. See, so they find their way back home. They found their home, and they're finding even more. It's like, oh, it's so nice, more light, more conclusive truth. This is, you know, and then so that's what they radiate: conclusive understanding. That's the light in the world when such a guru is here. When they when they leave, depending on the disciples' level of advancement, if they're also like we have devotees that are becoming spiritually advanced, they have love of Krishna, and they just keep watering, get very conclusive, very clear, very free, very blissful, you know. So, when I leave this planet, I would like to see lots of devotees like that to continue this on. Younger persons getting this and continuing this on. Yeah, you said don't worry about it's going to be like that, this kind of like you're living in two worlds in a sense, and we just keep cultivating this, Amy, and you'll see this will become stronger because it is strong. It's just it's a cultivation that's got to grow more. It's like a plant, literally. Just keep watering, hearing, chanting sadhu sangha regularly. You don't have to be a fanatic about it, just regularly. Regularly. Deal with your life. You can deal with your life. Kid or kids. Yeah. Relationships, whatever. It's part of the experience. See? And you can, be natural. But the main thing is here regularly. This water. This is the only. This kind of harikatha and chanting together is really the best way to water this creeper. Otherwise, doing it alone or in association of those who don't have this awakened, really diddly squat. This is a great opportunity. Okay, what else? He teaches the three Vedas describing Lord Krishna. He teaches that the three Vedas, he teaches that the three Vedas describe Lord Krishna's glories. You notice that? That's another thing I noticed as time goes on. Yeah, as time goes on, um, I'm starting to see personally everything is describing Krishna's glories, and I've been showing you these things, saying, you see, these words are describing Krishna's glories. The way the Lord put them together, it's like, and I never realized it. Just spontaneously, Lord's showing me these things, and I'm showing you. Look at this. Everything. These things are describing Krishna's glories. This is the thing. This is an opulence that comes with purification. Love of Krishna. You start to see how everything. Jesus was like that. He would look at nature and give parables and things and describing the kingdom of God according to the mentality level that people can understand. Prabhupada also, he used to do the same thing. He used to, talk about how insects, the flying insects were like pilots, flying buzzing around on airplane. Yeah, you're welcome, Amy, Johnny. But thank you for the encouraging to see how it's impacted. Yeah, I mean, these verses are so important. It's so wonderful. Thank you, Shamananda, for writing, because it describes if somebody's actually empowered by the transcendental potency. See, remember, I always say Krishna is one, God is one, Guru is one, because they have the same Lord backing them. Maybe different manifestation, of the, but it's the same Lord. It's transcendental empowerment, and the symptoms are there. So, he teaches that the three Vedas describe Lord Krishna's glories. His bliss has no equal. Again, you see, that's another thing. If a person is truly empowered, see, they also had many gurus. All people say yes, teaching, all that. But, Shamananda said, hey, man, the bliss of my guru is unequal. You don't see bliss and ecstasy like that. You don't see rapture like that anywhere. And that's what he saw. He saw that amongst all these other gurus and that didn't have this awakening, didn't have this true love of Krishna, which is very rare. Love of Krishna? Are you kidding? That's a rare thing, rare potency. He said, yeah, man. And the way you tell is, you see, of all these persons, the bliss of my guru was unequal. You could, that's why I say, people say, oh, yeah, we also have this. I've heard this so many times, oh, yeah, we have this. The Purusha guy was saying, oh, yeah, well, I've got as much ecstasy, more ecstasy. Yeah, more ecstasy. But you look at me, where's the symptoms of having more ecstasy? It's not there. And a lot of it's called competitiveness. It's false ego, wanting to compete. No, genuine, a real empowered spiritual master in our Gaudiya Vaishnava line that's delivering in this world, their ecstasy has to be great because that's the power for their deliverance for them and for others. Yeah, like Madhavendra Puri in the pastime, you can read chapter Majja on pastimes of Madhavendra Puri, when the bliss, the ecstatic bliss, was so intense in Madhavendra Puri, Krishna appeared. He was crying and laughing, just like this. And 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 Krishna came to him in a dream and said, because of your ecstatic love, your intense ecstatic love, now I'm going to deliver through you. You're going to engage people in the transcendental loving service. Their love of Krishna will awaken because of you, because of your ecstatic devotion. So if you don't really have loving ecstasy and ecstatic devotion, you're not really in the real line, in the real Gaudiya Vaishnava line yet. As a guru or a follower, you're just practicing. Okay? I'm a stickler for detail, just naturally, because that's what the Lord shows me in the book. It's right there. I just told you can check it. You can go there and you see, because of your ecstatic love, I'm going to deliver the world through you. He didn't say through you, but because of your ecstatic, I'm going to deliver the world. And you're going to engage people in transcendental love and service of the Lord. So you can see that. And people got ecstatic devotion, including Lord Chaitanya's guru, which was a disciple of Puri. This is the pure and simple path. Okay? And everybody is they're confused it. After Prabhupada left, they're preaching all these misconceptions. They don't understand. You got to be the path. You got to be a real guru, empowered by Krishna, and then you are an example of the real path. Otherwise, no. You can't say, oh, well, I'll teach you Krishna consciousness and not have ecstatic devotion, because you won't know the essence of truth. Can't you see the verses? It's all in the verses. See, his bliss has no equal. So that's you should be looking anybody. And I mean, I'd like to people to find the real path. The real path is here or not. You decide. You look here, is the bliss where there's no equal, or if it's equal to this bliss here, then that means it's somewhere else. But this kind of bhakti is so rare. This kind of bliss, intense bliss, is so rare. You don't see it in Vaishnavas just anywhere and everywhere. It was also special and unique back then, as it is now. So, yeah. See, by his mercy, people bewildered by the different Vedas, Smriti Shastras, Puranas, Agmas, and philosophies have now become devotee devotees who taste the nectar of service to Krishna. See, straighten them all out. See, the real guru is like the songbook of Nartam, Sri Guru Vandan. Everybody should read that songbook. This is your homework. It's very easy. Do an internet search for Sri Guru Vandan. Sri Guru Charana Padma. See? And however. See? See? By the words, see, of that kind of guru, that is from them ecstatic prema emanates. See, because of that prema emanating, they have real knowledge, real understanding, deep understanding. See, and so the word comes out from the heart, the prema, the word, prema word. See, what does it do? It destroys all illusions. Most persons don't have prema. It's very rare. Therefore, their understanding is not very clear, not very logical. Doesn't that make sense? Yeah. Why not hear from those who have prema and the symptoms of prema and this bliss? See, we're here to teach the Vaishnavas, teach Prabhupada's disciples and his grand disciples, those who are in that line, still falsely following. I mean, not real following. Maybe you're following the rules, the regulations. Okay, you could say you're following. But this is real follow. Follow the path of prema. Why not? It's here. Why not follow the path of prema? It's rare. It's not always here. 550 years, it has not been taught like this. It has not been demonstrated and shown publicly like this. Why not take to it? Because it's here and available. Yeah, it's going to dash all illusions. It's going to dash all your faith in these illusory concepts like checklists being taught by the gurus. Yeah, it's going to dash you. I mean, are you ready for your illusions to go? Don't you want the truth? Isn't the truth? Shouldn't we base our understanding standing under what? What are you standing under? Lies, speculations, or conclusive truth? See, to me, it's truth means everything. It's said, if you're standing under the conclusive truth, you're solid, man. You can't break that house down. Okay? But if you're standing under speculation, lies, even deceptions, being deceived like this, then you don't have a shelter. It's not, you're standing on. It's kind of like that common law. In common law, see, everything's teaching about Krishna. That's what I see, everything. So like they have common law, and there's civil law. Civil law is a trick. Civil law, they teach only civil law. See, civil law, statutes and all this stuff, rules, regulations. See, but common law is natural to man. You can do what you want in the world. This is common law, but don't hurt anybody. Don't covet people's land and their property and all this stuff. Don't steal. Then you can common sense, common law. You could live in common law. See, so civil law is they don't look at common law. They look at civil law, and the civil law is they read you rights. See, we're actually free persons, but they make you like a slave. See, this is what civil law does. So they read you, these are your rights. You have the right to remain silent. And anything you say can be used against you. It's pretty bad. See, all of a sudden you have, and anything you say can and will be used against you. See, against you. See, that's civil law. See, and then they ask you, do you understand? And it's not the way you think understand means. It means that you think, oh, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but you don't really understand what you're saying. They're saying, I'm putting myself up as an authority. You're actually a free person, but I'm putting myself up as an authority over you. See? And and I'm reading your rights. Do you agree to this? And do you stand under this civil law that I'm reading? Because then we have a contract. We're contracted. Okay? And what you don't know, and often even the policemen extend to this, you're not taught. Actually, I just learned this in 2020. This was recent. Never cared about this. Anyway, it's kind of useful now for preaching. See? So you stand under that civil law, which is actually basically it's a deception because we're actually, and if we would act in a way that like the golden do unto yourself type thing, but people don't. That's why God has this civil law. But it's not perfect. See? And there's deception in it. There's deceit. There's speculations. There's material motivations. It's the same thing with Vaidhi Bhakti. It's the same thing. People are standing under the rules, the regulations, the mandates, and everything. And basically, it's like Prabhupada saying, you stand under this. See, that law is there because people need to become more respectful, stuff like that. But it's still not perfect. There's also deceptions in there. There's material motivated leaders use that to personally profit and all kinds of stuff. So it's not perfect. So you're standing under, I stand under the rules, the regulations, everything. And it's not perfect. It doesn't work out perfect. There's always repressions and confusions and misunderstanding and misconceptions. See, it's not perfect yet. It's a start. So now we're teaching people to stand under what? The knowledge that Krishna gives. Okay? You can stand under that when you worship the Lord with love and ecstasy. So that's what we're to help the devotees get purified quickly so they can worship the Lord with pure. Okay? And then the understanding comes, you start to get revelation. You stand under that. See, I stand under these revelations, and they got to become from God because it reveals the revealed scriptures. See, you go and you look at the scriptures and it reveals the deep essence of them. See, the jewels. See, then like the verse in chapter 1 of Adi Lila. Not chapter 1, chapter 3 or see, those who get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, see, that's the awakening, this ecstatic devotion. Okay? Become qualified to collect the valuable jewels in the revealed scriptures. The valuable jewels are the revelations, the essence that comes by God as teaching. Okay? That's what you get from a bona fide. You get that treasure, that opulence, to be able to look at the scriptures and to interpret them standing under the true meaning, the essence of those Vedas. That's where they rest, those devotees, and then it begins to rest in you. Now, isn't that nice? Wouldn't that be nice to stand under, the truth, the conclusive truth? Man, that's solid. Yeah, I know. I love this. Stand under. Yeah, stand. What are you standing under? Oh, I'm standing under the rules and regulations that my guru gave me, and he told me that this is the real way, and this is how I'm going to get to. I'm going to get to Vrindavan, and I'm just going to do these rules, regulation, Varnashram Dharma, and then I'm going to Vrindavan. When I pass away, I'm going to Vrindavan. I'm standing under that, what I was taught from my guru or my speculations. I'm standing under that. And I say, no, that ain't it. Sorry, that ain't in the book. See, that ain't in my experience. That ain't in the revelations that the Lord has given. Here, I'll just present my conclusion. And if you're ready to listen to that and see, do I really want to stand under that understanding? You can see some chance. But then if you do, and you find out that, oh, I see, if I want to go to Vrindavan, the book and this guru is telling me that if I want to go to Vrindavan and live there in transcendental Vrindavan and be with Prabhupada and all these other eternally liberated souls, then I have to go through the devotees who chant the holy names with great ecstatic devotion. Okay? If you're convinced that this makes more sense than your idea or your guru's idea, okay, then you can stand under this and have a solid foundation. Because here I say, yeah, okay, you can check the book. Johan quotes it all the time here. He says, yeah, it's not attainable by mantra yoga and regulative devotional service. You cannot attain devotion, Vrindavan, Krishna. Vrindavan Krishna is ecstatic, Radha and Krishna there. It's through the devotees who chant the holy name with great devotional ecstasy. See, there you go. There's the door. There's the path. Stand under that conception, and very easily you go. So our classes are filled with these as it is conceptions. It just busts all that stuff you're learning from gurus. Most people can't let it go. It's too much for them. They want to stand under this flimsy foundation of misconceptions and speculations on these Vedic scriptures, these devotional scriptures. Hey, you got to find a guru where it says like this, where the true Vedas, the essence of the Vedas, rest in them. See, that's because the Lord is resting. Well, okay. So I say, these persons I don't believe are sincere enough yet. If they did, they'd be here and they'd be checking this out. Why aren't you checking out? Well, you can't imagine the knowledge that is coming through here. I'm also listening. I'm like a participant. Oh, I think this is astounding. Also, I think, thank you, Lord, man. Thank you, Lord, for giving me, showing me these things because of ecstatic. He hollows the channel down. See, ecstatic devotion is like, like you're making a flute so the Lord can play it. Transcendental flute. He's hollowing it out with this ecstatic worship, man. It gets so hollow, the Lord just downloads the truth, man, and the devotees speak it to liberate people. Okay? Liberate them from standing under illusions and speculations and even guru speculations. I have Shama Sundari came. She had a guru also who couldn't understand what I was teaching her. I said, yeah, gradually she started to see. So, what is this? Guy's in false ego. I said, yeah, well, he also needs this. Yeah, you come first, and then later he'll come. Kind of way it is. Like the wives of the Brahmins, they came first, and their gurus, their husbands, the Brahmins, came later. They were impressed with the bhakti of God. Yeah. So if you stand under conclusive truth, you become like a solid devotee. You become like Prabhupada. You become like your guru, standing under conclusive truth. See? And then you're able to see it. The Lord will empower you, can collect the valuable jewels. You get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, which is the awakening of love of God that comes through his authorized representatives, his authorized sadhu sangha association. Okay? You get that. Okay? Now you can collect these valuable jewels in Veda. You'll feel them as value. You'll experience them like, wow, you experience what God experienced. God experiences these conclusions as very valuable. He wants to relish them through you and me and everybody else. To make himself happy, he's in here, and we become happy automatically. Why not? That's real treasure. He shows us. Huh. Okay. Maybe a little bit more and then we'll stop this. Rest a take a cool bath. It's great. I got this river. See, see that river? Man, is it cold? It is great, man. This is so. Krishna really gave me a nice spot. I mean, it's Idaho. Actually, all these states in America, many of them on the West Coast or Northeast, Northwest, just amazing. And I just drove a little bit from town, and I got this here, and there's a hot springs right down the road. I'm going to get on the bike, go to the hot springs tomorrow. Who's going to Yeah, it's amazing. So nice, simple life. This is simple. Yeah, I couldn't imagine living just simple life. This is very sadhu. Yeah, right now, I don't know how long this will last. These little demons going around destroying. While it's here, it's great. Yeah, Boise, yeah, about 300 something. See, are all good spots. All right. Yeah, all are good. Yeah. Well, anyway, the essence, I don't quite understand what you're saying, maybe, because you maybe. But in essence, I'll say this. Lord Chaitanya, in chapter 3, said, all the world is worshiping me. I have so many devotees who worship with awe and reverence. But love, see, there's love there, but it's weak, and that love does not attract me, doesn't control me, doesn't overwhelm me. So that's why Lord Chaitanya came. That's why we're here to help the devotees' love either awaken or increase to the point where Krishna is overwhelmed, and they are automatically, because then that's the happiness of Krishna you get to experience. That's the secret. That's the essence. Okay, we'll stop here. It's getting a little bit warm. It's kind of a heat. So I don't have oh, okay, well, thank you for coming. Take a little rest that morning. Krishna. People need soothing, cool, and everyone involved. Yeah, soothing, cool. Yeah, well, this is the thing. If you are attached to speculation, it doesn't seem so cool. Cool philosophy, soothing devotees, but like hot fire to those who burn seeds. That's kind of how it is. It's like hot fire to those attached to speculations. Yeah, it's cool. Anyway, but it's good. It burns up things. But, okay. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you.